Right, boys, in this video, we're actually going to be previewing this weekend's Premier League games, and we're kicking it off with what, Neil?
Chelsea versus Fulham, Saturday, 12:30 kickoff. What are we thinking?
If you guys have seen our pod, which was just released a couple of days ago, or even yesterday, we'll see. I already said 3-0. It's going to be 3-1. They're going to absolutely demolish Fulham. I don't care. I don't care. If they don't actually win by at least 2 goals, and I think it's going to be about 3 goals, I'll be actually disappointed. It's going to be another 3 points in the bag.
Well, no dispute there. It is going to be another 3 points in the bag. But because you've just smashed 5 past the pub team, doesn't mean you're going to smash up Fulham. It is a derby. I have gone for 2-1. I've gone for a Chelsea win. I think, like you, 3 points, but I think it might be a little bit closer than we think.
Fair.
Okay. Next, we're up at Old Trafford. Man United versus Burnley. Give me your thoughts before I speak about the circus act that is Man United.
You know what, though? I'm not a big fan of Burnley. And I'm not a big fan of Scott Parker. I never have been.
What?
I mean, his first game of the season, he looked slick with his suit and great. But I just don't. I think they'll go down. And I think they're going to go to Old Trafford and Manchester United are going to win by 2 goals. I think this will be the first game of the season that Manchester United win and pick up their first 3 points. That's what's going to happen. And I think that this could be the game that could kickstart them. What's your thoughts?
Tell you what, they need to pick up 3 points because they've just been to Craven Cottage. First time they haven't won there in 15 years. Mark, we touched upon this briefly. Ruben Amorim has 28 points from 29 league games. 28 points
Terrible.
From 29 Premier League games. The guy is part of the circus show. Having said that,
Big fan, eh?
Mark, you know what? I've called him a clown. I've said loads of things and I've stuck the boot in where I can. But having said all of that, I actually think new look Man United, I think we've got to look at Ruben Amorim and think now's his time to start. I know it's unforgivable. 9 games, 28 points, less points than games managed. But as much as I call him Doink the Clown, I think he can turn it around. However, he has to win this game. So I'm going to go for a 3-1, 3-0 United win at home. But it is a must-win, Mark. Let me kick it back to you here. Do you know why I say it's a must-win? Ruben Amorim is under pressure. I'm going to read some fixtures to you. The next Man United fixture after Burnley, do you know what it is?
No idea.
Okay. In order, 14th September, he goes away to Man City at the Etihad.
He'll lose.
6 days later, they're at home against Chelsea.
They'll lose.
7 days later, they go away to Brentford, who have just pulled off a win against Aston Villa.
They'll draw.
Then they've got Sunderland in between, and they travel to Anfield mid-October.
Where's Sunderland first?
At Old Trafford.
They should. They'll probably draw that, and they go to Liverpool. They'll get smashed. They'll get annihilated.
This is the point, though.
It's not looking good.
It's not looking good, which is why Burnley is a must-win. Go on.
Yeah, I mean, you predicted what, 3-1. I'm going to say 2-0 to Manchester United. But the main question is, what happens if they don't walk away with the 3 points? I'm not even talking about a dead draw. I'm not talking about a loss or a draw. If they don't come away with the 3 points, what do you think is going to happen? What sort of pressure do you think that's going to apply on Amorim's shoulders?
Mark,
because
it's a must-win. When I say to you it's a must-win, dude, it's a must-win. Now, United might give him time, but I'm saying that this set of fixtures might define if Amorim is still in post come Christmas or come New Year. I'm saying it's that important, this game. And luckily for him, he has got Burnley. If I'm at home, there's 2 teams I'd want right now as a must-win. If I'm at home and I need I've got to need a must-win game, the 2 teams I want are West Ham and Burnley. Scott Parker, yes, you might look good in a suit. You're a joker. You're not even a championship manager. You're an absolute joke. He's not a championship manager. He's pathetic.
He is.
He was rubbish in the Championship. The only reason they came up is because they didn't concede goals, they didn't score goals, but they didn't score many goals. What is going to happen to them? He's going to be gone by November. Surely he's going to be gone. He's so rubbish.
Do you think he'll be gone before Potter?
I don't think he should be gone before Potter because I don't believe anyone should be fired before Potter. But here's the guys that are in front of it. Scott Parker's in the running, Graham Potter's in the running, Keith Andrews in the running, and Ruben Amorim is in the running.
What happens, yeah? Well, let me ask you quickly. What happens if Manchester United lose against Burnley? What happens if they get beaten 2-0?
Do you know what I would do if I was...
I don't know what to say.
If I was Jim Ratcliffe. Are you asking me what I would do or what I think will happen?
I'm asking you what you think will happen.
I don't think anything will happen. This is the crazy thing. Not after Burnley. I don't think they're going to knee-jerk if they lose at home to Burnley.
They get smashed 3-0 by Burnley at home.
Oh, I'd fire him. Like, dude, I'd fire him. Yeah, I would fire him. But I don't think they'll do anything. I think they've invested too much to Ruben Amorim. They want to see this Amorim project out, but I don't think they'll get a chance to do it. If he loses at home to Burnley and then they got that run, I mean, I know they step it up against the big teams. You know the problem they've got, Mark? I've just gone for 3 goals for them to score 3 goals against Burnley. They created 1 chance against Fulham, pretty much. In terms of
why are you giving it 3-0? Why are you going 3-1?
I know. It's an absolute.
Yeah,
it was absolutely ridiculous call, wasn't it? But I'm thinking because Burnley are so rubbish against, and with Scott Parker at the helm, they'll create chances. I am backing Cunha to get off the mark with a goal. I'm backing Mbeumo to fill his boots as well. So yeah,
I think that if they get smashed 3-0 by Burnley, yeah, I think that Ruben Amorim will stay over the next couple of games, but I think that will be the starting point for the Manchester United board, to start looking elsewhere. I really do think that. Because they, as I said, like in previous pods, Manchester United have spent so much money, 80 million on Sesko, who looks so unfit.
Is it
51
80
million on Cunha? Okay, 80 million. 80 million. Right, 51 on Cunha, 71 million on Bueno. He looks great, by the way, but they don't have the money to purchase these players. They're pinning all their hopes on Amorim and the team to pick up as many points. Oh, you know what? If we finish like in the top half, maybe it'll be okay. We'll be able to break even, and it'll be a worthy investment. But if it doesn't, and they keep Amorim and he keeps losing, bro, and if he gets annihilated by Burnley like 3-0. I really think that he's going to stay on, but that'll be the point where the ball will be like, right, let's look somewhere else. That's what I think. Start looking. Yeah, like, you spent too much. You spent too much money. Now you have to start winning, picking up points.
You mentioned Tesco there. Sorry, Sesko. I reckon Sesko will come good. Even though right now he is Tesco. He hasn't had a full season. He hasn't had a full pre-season with them. They got him through the door pretty late, right? In the window. I know the window's still open, but they got him.
How long is it going to take him to get up to speed?
I don't know, Geese, but when he does get up to speed, he's like a gazelle, so we'll know. Like, he's quick. So
we'll see. We'll see. His stats weren't the best. His stats weren't the best in Germany. They were okay, and I've seen his highlight reel, and he can play football. He's fast, he's strong, he can score different types of goals. But the Premier League is not the Bundesliga. The Bundesliga is not the Premier League. Like, he may actually come down to what do you call it, to Manchester United and be another Anthony. Like, I'm not even going to be surprised, because when you're managed and play for a team like Manchester United, they just seem to make, good players crap. That's just my thoughts about it. Anyway, look.
Fair.
Enough on Manchester United. They're crap, innit?
Right.
Fucking crap team. Next.
At the same time, joining them in the 3:00 kickoffs, Sunderland versus Brentford. What are your thoughts? Give us that.
Sunderland 2-0.
2-0?
Yeah, man. I like. Yeah, 2-0. Yeah, I do. So Brentford lost quite a few players, and Sunderland, even though they've just come up, who they got? They got
Saka.
Is it Saka? Right, they've also got Mark Gui on loan from Chelsea, and I think that's a great loan signing for both parties. It gives Gui from Chelsea more Premier League experience, and I think that he is a workhorse, geezer. We got him from Barcelona, and I think he'll do a really good job at Sunderland. Just give him the minutes, let him play, for the Conference League last season at Chelsea. He played a lot of games and he was a menace. Mark Gui from Chelsea is a menace. So Sunderland are lucky to have him and get him on loan. I think they'll do him. I think they'll do Brentford 2-0. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, fair. I think. Well, actually, I'm going to go for a 2-1 Sunderland win. I think it'll be hard fought. I think it'll be tough. I don't really rate Brentford. I rate Keith Andrews even less. He's come off a 1-0 win against Villa and walked off thinking he was Pep Guardiola. Well, you ain't, mate. You're a mug. So don't think that you're going to be in the gig for too long. Oh, it was better than a good result, mate. That's a great result. That's a great result considering exactly
we'll see
who
what
they've
happens
lost.
with them. Yeah.
Yeah, your Chelsea boy Gui over there, I'm sure he's going to be electric, but is he going to be electric like Cole Palmer or is he going to be electric like Mykhailo Mudryk? We'll see, maybe somewhere in between. All right, I'll go for 2-1 Sunderland, but don't be surprised, boys and girls, if that is a draw. Joining them again in the 3:00 kickoffs on Saturday, Spurs at home to Bournemouth. What are we thinking?
My God, bro, come on. Have you not been surprised? I know they got Thomas Frank and he's a great manager. But who really thought that they would perform this well so far? It's only 2 games. But they absolutely, I don't want to say dominated Manchester City, right? But it was a shocking result. And they played. You know what? I think that he has immediately come into Spurs and he has settled them down and made them like solid. And he's made them balanced. And I am majorly impressed with Tottenham Hotspur. I don't like the team. I just can't stand them. I cannot stand them. Not as much as Arsenal, because you lot are just the worst, along with Liverpool. But of course, I support Chelsea. Can't stand Spurs, but majorly impressed. Who are they playing? Bournemouth. 3-0.
3-0.
3-0.
Fair play. Listen.
3-0.
Thomas Frank's a great manager. He's done a great job at Brentford. He's always going to get Spurs more organised. You were close to saying that they dominated City. Here's my take on the game. I actually don't think Spurs were good. They were decent enough. Listen, it's all about the result when you go to the Etihad, and fair play to them, they've gone and won. But City were poor, in my opinion. I don't think it was more about Spurs being great. I think City were poor. Having said that, Thomas Frank doing a great job at Spurs. But you said it, we're 2 games in and they've already shown Spursiness with the whole Eze signing. They've come on, it's Tottenham. Surely,
that's not their fault.
Surely they're not going to get it.
That's not their fault.
Dude,
that's not their fault.
Get the deal done. You didn't do it. Whatever. That's absolutely fine. That's not Thomas Frank's fault, though.
Fair, yeah.
Thomas Frank is a top draw manager. I am going for a 2-0 Tottenham win, maximum points. Mm-hmm. Before the first international break for Tottenham Hotspur. 9 out of 9. Right. Wolves versus Everton. This is an interesting one. What are we thinking? Wolves at home.
1-0. 1-0 Everton. My boy. Well, actually, not my boy. Jack Grealish. Man of the hour. Man, it's not surprising. Honestly, it's not surprising. Like, he's going to go there and do well. When you put a player like Jack Grealish and he is like the main player and you give him complete freedom to play his game, whereas at City he was clearly restricted. I don't think he can handle that sort of instructions, these complicated instructions by Pep Guardiola. But you put him in a team like Everton, you make him the main man, you give him freedom to play his game, he's going to turn it on. He's just going to turn it on. But you need to give him free reign. 1-0. And I think he'll be the scorer. Guys, we're giving you some gems here. You need to get out Sky Bet and start placing these bets, man. Do you get me? You're welcome. You're welcome. Go on.
I'll tell you what, we don't take any accountability if you make a ton of losses. But I will slightly disagree here. Listen, I really like Moisey, and I think he's done a great job already at Everton since he's gone back there. Jack Grealish, good signing as well. I think that Everton are going to be fine this season. I think they'll do well. The one thing I don't like about Moisey going away is just that Moisey away is just tough to bet on wins for him. I think and that's why I'm going for a draw, even though Wolves aren't great at all. Because Everton away, I will go for the draw. But I think they're a good unit. they're a tough unit to beat, Everton. And I think under David Moyes, they're going to have a really, really good season, or a decent enough season compared to how they started most of last season. So I'll go for a draw. I'll go for a 1-1. Leeds United and Newcastle see us out on Saturday night. What?
Leeds versus Newcastle.
Yes.
Newcastle will do them, bro. I don't think that result against Arsenal, where you absolutely battered them 5-0, I don't think that's gonna do too much for their confidence, Geezer. I think Newcastle will go there and win 2-1. I think it'll be a Newcastle win. Newcastle is still a strong team, bro. You haven't got Isak, I get that, and he is major. He scored 40% of their goals last season or something ridiculous like that, but they're still a good team. I still think that they'll come away with the win. And you?
Draw. Good side. I think Newcastle, it's just Leeds are still going to have that feel-good bounce at home. This is the thing. When you go to Leeds,
Really?
It's a great stadium.
They got spanked 5-0, Geezer.
Yeah, at the Emirates. It's all right. It's expected. They go to one of the big boys.
That new bounce is finished. That's finished now.
No, you can't. Listen, this is the third game of the season. It's only their second
but
home game of the season.
Bro, if you're demolished 5-0, don't tell me you're going to go into that game confident. I don't care.
But I don't care. Mark, they have just come up from the Championship. And this is where I disagree with you. They've just come up from the Championship and they've had one home game. They've had one home game. And guess what? They won it. They won it. So at home, the feel-good factor's still there. This is their second home game. They're not going to Arsenal thinking they're going to get anything.
You make valid points.
They're going to Arsenal knowing they're going to the champions-elect, mate. They're going to the future champions round. They're not expecting anything. Now, fair enough, they got spanked.
You lot are shite.
But that is one word we're definitely not. But anyway, right. I'm going.
Fine. That's not ridiculous saying that.
I'm going to...
I just heard that.
Having said all that, I'm going draw. So I'm going 1-1 draw. I think Leeds will hold out for a draw, and I think it'll be a well-earned point for them, and they'll be happy with that. And you never know. Newcastle without Isak, you never know. Guys, honestly, Leeds could nick the win. Right. Let us know in the comments so far if you agree with us. We're moving on to Sunday. So the Sunday fixtures there's 2 at 2 p.m, and then there's a 4:30 game and an evening game at 7 o'clock as well. So Brighton versus Man City, first up on Sunday. City just coming off a loss. Brighton at home. So many unanswered questions here. What are we thinking?
Manchester City to win.
Really?
You could, it's Manchester City. Okay.
Let me ask you something.
When they played Spurs.
Let me ask you something. You, after the weekend one, changed your prediction, I think it was, or you solidified your prediction. You were like, Man City are going to win the title. They've just been beaten at home, not smashed, beaten at home by Spurs. Yeah. And I think it was more Man City's doing than Spurs, but regardless, Spurs scored the goals and they scored a couple of good goals. They got the job done. Have you still got Man City favourites for the title?
Yes.
Why?
Yes. Because it's still Pep Guardiola. I still think that they have got a wicked team. I don't think they've just got a wicked team, bro. Like a wicked first 11. Like their strength in depth, if you have a look at their subs bench, is absolutely crazy. It's one game against Spurs. I get it. It's at home, and no one thought that. But that doesn't mean that I'm now going to change. I mean, it could mean it might change my opinion where they're going to finish. I get that because I changed it in the first game. So, yeah. I still think that they're going to go there and do Brighton. So what you're telling me, Geezer, you think that Brighton... Because when I said that, you was like, oh, my, you talked in a tone where you think I sound ridiculous. Yeah, so what? You think Brighton are going to win? Or you think Brighton are going to draw?
It's just that you were so adamant. Like, it was just so nonchalant. Like, yeah, City will win that, won't they? Here's my problem with Man City.
Yeah, and I still think that. Yeah, I do think that. I do. Go on.
That's your opinion. My opinion's slightly different. And the reason why I say that, they've got some problems at the back with their keeper. I think Ederson was on the bench, wasn't he? So he's now fit enough to probably play in goal, which does make a big difference. So I may lean towards a City win, but I don't think it's as clear cut as you, because they've got a real problem, in my opinion, on their right-hand side. Now, Nuri's gone down at left back as well, right? So now They've got a problem. They've got to replace Ait Nuri at left back. Their right-hand side is who? They got Rico Lewis, have they? And Oscar Bob? Is that right?
Yes. Yes.
That's a weakness. That for me is a weakness. Yeah, I'm not going to have a team that's going to win the title. Here's the thing about what I thought City would do after the back end of last season when they won, or got the most points in the last 20 games of last season. I thought they'd have a better transfer window, if I'm being brutally honest, mate. Do you think they've had a good transfer window?
I think bringing in Reinders, bro,
so what?
He looks amazing.
Did he look amazing on the weekend?
Million. No, but it's one game. It's one game. They got in Turkey, they got Nuri. If I'm saying that correctly, don't butcher me, guys. Yeah, I agree. I agree. But you're talking about the right-hand side. First off, yeah,
talk
Oscar
about the
left,
Bob, gone.
Yeah, let me talk about the whole point of me saying is, yeah, his bench is so strong, right? And I think that he's still getting this strong bench up to scratch. Because think of it like this.
What is this strong
Phil
bench,
Foden.
man? I hate to cut across you, dude, but what is this strong bench you're talking about? That the first 11 doesn't even look strong.
Their first 11 looks great, bro.
Do you think it looks great? Because Oscar Bob's in their first 11.
Okay, right now he is, yes. Right now he is. Because he's probably like a player on form. Pep obviously trusts him. And you know what? He's played really well. Okay, maybe not. I can't count. We're not counting just one game. Okay, they all didn't play that great in that game. Right? But the first game, Oscar played really well. Rico Lewis played really well. Let's have a look at the team, yeah? So who we got? Manchester City.
Does Rico Lewis get into your team? Does Rico Lewis get into any top 5, top 4 team?
How about the Arsenal team?
Who? Timber? Is that a joke?
I like Timber's a good player. You know I like him.
Bro, Mans are saying he's the best right back in the league. That's what Mans are saying. How can Rico Lewis get ahead of Timber?
Julian Timber. Who the hell was saying that, geezer?
Bro,
who's saying that?
Julian Timber as a right back. As a right back.
Yeah, but don't be saying he's the frigging best. Everyone's saying he's the best right back in the league. He is not. Who's Mans? Where's the names?
Mark.
Who?
The geezer's just put in a man of the match performance on the weekend, and Gary Neville.
Well done.
Gary Neville, your boy, who you love so much, was raving.
No, I don't love him. No.
Defensively,
no. If he's saying that, then I'm definitely not listening to him.
Do you think defensively Timber is top draw or not?
He's solid. What's top draw? That's so subjective. He's a solid player.
I think he's the second best right back in the league.
He may have been man of the match for Arsenal.
I think he's the second best right back in the league, and I'm not going to have Rico Lewis.
After whom?
James.
Okay,
and I'm not gonna have Rico Lewis as number 1 ahead of Tim.
I would have Frimpong. I would have Frimpong.
Based on
above.
what, bro? The guy played one game
on Julian
injured
Timber.
Himself. Oh, you're mad. You'd have Frimpong over Timber.
Probably, yeah.
Timber's
good as a good right back, but going forward, which is today's game, he ain't the best. He's okay. He's solid at the back. But to say that he's the second best, I don't think so, man. There's got to be better right backs out there than frigging Timber.
But it ain't Rico Lewis, that's for sure. Right, let's go through their squad, right?
All right, cool.
You like Rico Lewis, not a fan. I don't really...
All right, Haaland, Rodri, come back. Rodri
is back.
Yeah,
came on against Spurs, didn't he?
Reinders, Phil Foden.
Unknown quantity, Reinders.
Turkey, Doku. Bernardo Silva.
Mate.
Oscar Bob. Josko Vardiol.
Do you know how many issues we've had since before we bought Eze? How many issues
Ruben
we've had
Diaz.
on the left?
Go on.
And I still would struggle to put Doku ahead of players on the left. Honestly, I'd have Madueke ahead of Doku on our left. I would.
That's because you're a nutter, bro. That's because you're a biased Arsenal fan talking smack. Listen, you're triggering me and I'm biting. I don't care because you say some ridiculousness. Yeah. Madueke, you know what? You Arsenal fans are so blind. If any player that comes to Arsenal, oh my God, he's the best player. Bruv, shut up, bruv. Don't ever say some deadness like that again,
Look,
bruv. Madueke, you lot are going to see.
Madueke,
right? He is one selfish, ineffective
most
prick.
likely
He's
at
going to score
Anfield.
2 goals for you.
He's going to play on the right? And he's not going to get on the left ahead of Eze or however we're going to play it, right? And I get it. And I'm saying it tongue-in-cheek. But Doku, the point still remains on Doku. Where's the end product with the geezer?
It's true.
Where's the end product? He's like Alexander Hleb. They're just like flat as to deceive, Mark. Like, where's the end product? Where's the goals? Where's the assists? Where's the final pass? Where's the pre-assist? What is he doing, bro? Jeremy Doku.
Yeah, and look, as an impact player coming on, like,
what is he
causing
impacting,
some madness.
Bro? He's not impacting
fast.
the goals column. He's not impacting the assist column. Next.
He's driving the team forward with his runs. Yes, okay. When the team goes forward, he doesn't really do too much with it. I get the whole argument and stuff. But I still think we've gone well off topic.
Yeah.
Right, and that's fine. But who they play? Brighton. Right, 2-0. 2-0 Manchester City. Go on, Mr. Brighton lover.
Oh, you know what?
What are you going to say?
You know what? Just for that, just for your arrogance, bro. Oh, Man City amazing. Oh, I love Oscar Bob, Rico Lewis. You know what? I'm going to change my decision based on what you just said, yeah? And especially if Trafford's in goal for the week. Come on, I hope Trafford's in goal.
He ain't going to be in goal. Listen.
1-1. I'm going to go for
he's not going to be in goal.
I'm going to go for a Brighton draw. I'm going to go for a draw. Brighton 1, Man City 1.
Fine.
Right, next game.
Nutter.
Next game. Nottingham Forest versus West Ham.
Oh, my God. We're Nottingham Forest 3-0. 4-0. No, 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. I think on my boy, Hudson Odoi will just absolutely rip him a new a-hole. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we'll agree on this one. Honestly, West Ham pub team, again, if Potter's still in charge, see you later. Nuno, you can just have all the problems that you've got with Makarakis or whatever his name is. You can have all the problems you want with him. You're smashing West Ham United, no problem, I think. Right. I will go, I'll join you. I'll go 3-0. I don't see why. I don't think West Ham will score. I don't think they'll score a goal. And I just can't wait to see Potter get fired, Mark. I just can't wait to see. I don't like saying that. I want to see
him stay. I hope he stays. I hope he stays, bro.
I don't. I like West Ham. I don't want to see West Ham get relegated, which will happen if Potter stays. They'll get relegated. I don't care how bad Burnley and, you can argue about Sunderland and Brentford and Wolves. West Ham will go down. Right, Mark, on to the big one. The big one of the weekend. Aston Villa versus Crystal Palace. Joking. Right, the big one of the weekend is Liverpool versus the mighty Arsenal. What are we thinking, my guy?
I don't know, bro.
You don't know? I'll take that.
I think if I'm a betting man, bro, look, Arsenal are still a force, right? I do not like you guys. It's clear. I'm not blind. Well, maybe some people will say I'm blind. I'm sure actually some people have said in the comments that I'm really blind and I should stop watching football. And because of that, I'm going to watch even more football. So, a 1-1. It will be a draw. It will be a draw. I think it will be a 1-1. I think it will be a tight game. If there's going to be a winner, I think it's going to be Liverpool. Yeah, I'll be shocked if Arsenal come away with the 3 points. Have I just said some madness there?
No, I think yours was quite a level. I'm about to say some madness. I think we can get the win at Anfield even without Saka. Here's the thing, right? If Saka's playing, I think we win this game because you can get at Liverpool and you can get at them down the flanks. Now imagine Saka, where Kirkus is bombing forward, Saka's going to cause anyone problems, right? Now, unfortunately, it looks like he's going to be injured. So I don't know if he's going to play, in which case you've got Madueke on the right and then suddenly it's looking very, very different. On the left, you're probably going to have Martinelli, who just has a field day against Liverpool. Every time he plays against Liverpool, he just shows up. Even last season, when he was terrible.
No, bro. Every game that he plays against any team, Gabriel was shit, bro.
Apart from Liverpool.
Martinelli.
Apart from Liverpool. Now, Eze looks like he'll have to go straight into the 11 because Odegaard and Saka might not make it in terms of fitness. They both came off injured against Leeds, which is a real problem. And because of that, I will go for a draw, but don't be surprised if we find the way to win. But the caveat to this is we have to play Jurriën Timber left back. If he plays right back, we are in deep trouble. And actually, I think Liverpool win the game. You
But you
cannot
just said
have...
he's like the best right back.
He is the best right back, but this is what I'm saying. I rate him so much, he has to play left back up against Salah, because you got Salah against Calafiori or MLS, we are bang in trouble. As great as Calafiori was at home against Leeds, away to Anfield against Mohamed Salah, I'm really sorry. You're going to have to get someone super defensively sound, and that man for the job is Jurriën Timber. Mr. 2 goals and an assist on the weekend. You've got to go left back. Now, I don't think you'll do it. In which case, this game could be anything. I'll go for 2-2. Not a 1-1. I'll go for 2-2.
So, who do you think that Arteta's going to put on the left then? Calafiori? It can't be MLS because he's had a shocking pre-season and he's clearly not fit, clearly or whatever it is.
He's clearly starting Calafiori so far, isn't he? So I think he'll stick with Calafiori. Calafiori had a good game against Leeds, and that's the problem we're going to have, is that Calafiori, I think Salah's going to make mincemeat of him. If they get the ball to Salah, you'll see that he'll make mincemeat of Calafiori. As much as I like Calafiori, by trade, really, he's actually a centre-back. He's playing left-back and stepping into midfield and doing a good job. You go into Anfield. I think he'll play Calafiori. I think he'll be a mistake. I really, really do.
So 2-2. 1-1.
2-2. We'll go with that. But like I say, boys, Liverpool fans, if Saka was playing, and there you go, oh, if that and the other, whatever, I honestly think we can go up there and win. And I think we can still do it without Saka.
You're about to get slaughtered in the comments, mate. You're going to get slaughtered in the comments.
Bring it on. I want to see it. Right. Aston Villa versus Palace to round up the weekend. What are we thinking? Villa at home, just coming off a defeat to Brentford versus Palace.
Yeah, man. Palace just lost Eze. And you know what? Anything could happen because there's only a few more days in the transfer window that Gahey could actually go to Liverpool. You never know. What is it? Bro, there's still a few more days left up until Sunday. If they lose Gahey as well, I would have to go with an Aston Villa win. If not, Eze's such a massive player, and he'll be a massive player for Arsenal. I actually think he'll be a more important signing than Gyökeres.
Yep. So do I.
Yeah, even though Gyökeres has done really well, and Gyökeres' first goal in the Premier League, I was impressed. I like that selfishness because there were so many people in the box that he could have passed to, and you can see he only had one thing on his mind: I'm going to take this ball and I'm going to cut in and smash it. I loved that as well, bro. I love that as well. I did say I'm glad you got Gyökeres. He's going to be a much better for a player right now for Arsenal than Benjamin Sesko, and that's clear.
Villa Palace.
Eze, bro. Yeah. No, Eze. 1-0 Aston Villa.
Must-win game for Aston Villa. I think that if they want to get this, get off to a decent-ish start of the season, I think they've got to win this game. It's a home game against Palace. Like you said, Palace just lost their star man, and Emery's got a point to prove after coming away with a really bad loss, I'd say, to Brentford. So I think they need the win. I think they get the win. I'll go 2-0 Aston Villa. That's it.
Let us know in the comments down below. What's your thoughts? What do you think about our predictions? Let us know in the comments down below. If you're here to the end, thank you so much. Make sure you guys subscribe. And if you want to see more of our content, click this video right here. And we see you good guys in the next one. Thank you, guys.